What's going on, smart people? A couple days ago, I made a video on what I want to be when I grow up, and then I asked you all to tell me what your aspirations were. And then someone suggested that I make a video on what you had to say. I thought that was a great idea, so that's what we're doing today. We're going to be going over what smart people want to be when they grow up. So let's get started. The first comment, there's 94 comments so far, by the way, so I'm probably not going to get to them all. I'll go through them all, and then I'll pick out the ones that might not be redundant, you know, if someone says something a little bit different, because 94 comment video would take forever. So, let's get into it. The first one, Quantity Animating Universe. I just want to pay taxes when I grow up. Well, I will leave a link to my PayPal so that you can pay mine as well. I too want to be a theoretical physicist, but I need time to figure out which branch to go to. Yeah, well, time is one thing, yes, but also just exposure in my experience. So going up to a professor and then just saying, hey, do you have any papers that you think sum up what your research is that I could go over to get an idea of what you do? That's helped me a lot. So ask a professor for like a paper or something like that, because time doesn't help that much. You kind of have to be proactive with it. Flammable Math says, I'll become a boy. Flammable Maths wants to be a real boy. He is Pinocchio confirmed. I'm not interested in researching mathematical physics. Sure, I might end up liking it, but my heart is truly set on becoming a lecturer and eventually a professor, using my knowledge to inspire the next generations of physicists and mathematicians. I think it's really admirable people who know that they want to teach. When it comes to being a professor, at least from what I've seen, you have to do some research first. You don't become like a full-time faculty member at a university if you haven't, found something out once or twice. So, I mean, you don't have to do mathematical physics, but you're going to have to do some kind of physics research. I'm assuming you already know that. I just want to be Carl Sagan. No, cosmic student, you should just be yourself. Carl Sagan was already taken. When I grow up, I want to be famous. I want to be a star. I want to be in movies. When I grow up, I want to see the world, drive nice cars. I want to have groupies. I thought it was Bibbas. I thought that was the lyric. Jude Osea. Hey, Jude. I want to be a scummy aeronautical engineer. It's weird how those are your words, not mine. I pictured just now, you know how they kind of call the people who operate trains engineers sometimes? I picture a space train. Make it happen. I want to be happy wherever that takes me. That's so wholesome, guys. Like if you cried. You're about 5 years ahead of me on the theoretical physics path, so keep making these videos to give us a snapshot of what's ahead. That's exactly what I try to do. Anyways, I haven't really been giving or making any videos on the actual universities lately, but I hope to do that relatively soon. But yeah, that's the plan, is to keep showing like this is the path I've been going. Andrew Tran. Theoretical astrophysics, but experimental seems fun because you get to travel and do observations in cool places. I honestly don't want to go into academia. Industry seems more fun. A dream come true would be to work in a government lab. Science communication would also be fun, which I've kind of started on. So it sounds like you have a lot of interests, and well, that's good, because some people have none, and their whole goal is to find something that they like doing. But so you want to work in a government lab, but you can be not in industry. You can be like a research physicist or something like that, and work in a national lab. In fact, that's what's most common. Experimental sounds fun. I don't want to go into academia. Yeah, so it sounds like you're still figuring it out. Good luck. Hi Andrew, first of all, love your videos. I'm in the final year of my master's program. Oh, congrats, in India, and I'm very confused about what I want to do. Every day I wake up and think about this. Anyways, I'm thinking of doing a second master's just so I can spend more time on core physics before choosing a specialization. FYI, I like math too. Don't we all? We're all smart people here. A second master's so you can figure it out more. I'd be interested to see what your other masters would be in. Would it be in math this time? Or, yeah, that's pretty interesting. I haven't really heard of too many people going through the masters and then still being unsure. So, good luck. I hope you find what you're looking for. I hope you find a really cool specialty. It sounds like you're going to give yourself the time to figure it all out. I'm hell-bent on becoming a teacher. I'm studying to teach math and science to prime ed kids. Where I'm from, this means grades 1 through 4. Oh. I just love working with kids, and I think they deserve to be taught the best way possible, and I'm aspiring to deliver. That is awesome. So many people don't have the patience for kids. I know I don't. I like kids, but I also love giving them back. So I don't know if I could be locked in a room with them for 8 hours a day and teach them. Plus, that's so like they. This sounds so cliche, but they're the future. And then if you mess up, it's like, well, my bad on that whole generation. Like you, I want to be a theoretical physicist, and I'm interested in QED. I'm in my second term in grad school. Good luck to us. Awesome. Yeah, good luck with that. That's really, really cool. QED is awesome. That's actually how I first got introduced to quantum field theory. I feel like that's what most people were. So, I think I want to go into high energy astrophysics, but I'm not sure that I want to do research or even get a PhD. I'm a sophomore in college, and I'm freaking out because I don't know what to do. Sorry about that. Get an internship, or try to shadow a professor, or try to get a feel for what research is like. If you're not sure if you want to be a researcher, do some research and see how you like it. If you, God forbid, you get into a PhD program and realize you think research sucks or is boring or something like that. So if you can get into like an RU program or SULI or one of those really big programs for internships, that'll give you a really good idea. Second, no longer lonely, lol. 1:30, 5-year-olds in the house. I'll click on that later. I want to be an astrophysicist. I love astronomy, but mostly the physical aspects behind it. I find neutron stars, white dwarfs, and black holes very interesting. A lot of astrophysics people so far. That's pretty cool. I wish Kelly was here. She just left to go do her work, but she might have had some things to say. Currently an undergrad for a double major in electrical engineering and physics. I want to do bioelectrical engineering research and then become a physics professor. Currently an undergrad, double major, electrical engineering. But no, so you're doing electrical engineering and physics, and then you want that to be in biology? Where are you gonna learn biology, I guess is my question. I mean, that's a really interesting goal. I feel like I haven't really heard that before. But I wonder where this part would come in. I want to be a theory boy. That's right. Scribing's on that dank wall, but love for touching things is quite strong as well, so I don't know. But maybe my love for just pure, fresh, abstract, dank math will take over. I mean, that's what happened to me. I liked touching the experimental stuff at one time too, and then I became an intellectual. Just kidding. I never got things to work. I'm a freshman in engineering school hoping to become a chemical engineer in a biopharmaceutical track. Chemical engineering would be amazing. I think if I ever went an engineering route, it would probably be that way. I really enjoyed chemistry. I really liked organic too. I want to be Sheldon. Oh, God, that'd be so cool. Well, 2 favorite physics vloggers, Simon Clark and Andrew Dotson. I feel like I don't make vlogs very often. I try to steer clear from that as much as possible, just because I feel like at 9,000 subscribers it'd be a little narcissistic to be like, here's what it's like to be me. Maybe in the future, but not now. Not right now. It's physics in the center, not me. I'm just the person that talks about it. Up past midnight, my boys. Bruh, my boy Andrew Dotson cropped Papa Flaming into my other favorite, Simon Clark. What more can I want from this channel? Well, actually, that's from Flammable Math's thumbnail. I didn't crop him in. I can't take the credit for that. Currently majoring in engineering, but I think I'm probably going to change my major into math. Why can't I have infinite time to learn it all? At the moment, I'm just starting my journey as electrical and computer engineering undergrad student. However, rather than just getting a bachelor's and going straight to work, I definitely want to get a master's and possibly a PhD. I agree with you about how interesting research can be, and I would love to similarly sit in a room working on math and data to discover new things. As of right now, I'm really set on doing some sort of research for a career, either for academia or for a private company. Plus, I totally wouldn't mind being a professor or lecturer, sharing my enthusiasm with other people. Basically, my goal is to have a career where I'm always solving or helping with a technological problem. Whether it deals with space, autonomous vehicles, military, all that good stuff. I feel like as long as I'm contributing to something interesting that pushes the human race forward while learning new challenging things every day, I should wind up pretty satisfied and passionate about my job. So it sounds like you have a lot of different paths that you think you'd still like be fulfilled in, which is cool. Mine's very narrow. If I'm not doing theoretical physics, I don't see myself being as happy as I could be. I'm a sophomore undergrad who recently switched to physics and math from computer science and math. Oh, cool. I did this because I have a knack for problem solving and I was good at CS. It was once I found a distaste for the CS department, I thought maybe I should shift to math. From this, I found people who introduced me to the physics department, and you wanted to be part of the group. Now you want to be a theoretical physicist. Where that takes me, you don't know, but you will love wherever you end up. That's cool that you started out in computer science and went to physics. One of my good friends, who's also named Andrew, he has a computer science degree, but now he's trying to go to grad school for research in general relativity. I think he wants to go the computational route for it, which, more power to him. Observational... Why can I not speak right now? Observational astronomer and educator. I'll be 54 when I get the chance to do this. In the meantime, I'm learning as much as I can. Essentially, I'll be trying to do an astronomy/physical major with a minor in math over the next 9 years. I've already been doing this, but you're trying to get more rigorous about it. Mainly you want to teach, but probably not in a formal setting. I really want to build a cool, integrative after-school programs that high school keeners would enjoy and get a lot from. Basic physics, Python, basic astronomy. It's cool. So you want to do like almost extracurricular programs for people who might have some time on their hands where they can go do that kind of stuff. That's awesome. That's really cool that you're not letting how long it takes hold you back. I feel like so many people are like, well, I could do that, but I could do this faster. So I really like people who are like, I don't really care how long it takes. That'll make me happy, and that's all that matters. Maybe that's naive 23-year-old Andrew talking, but that's at least my perspective now. It's so early in my academic journey to even be sure yet, but I'll give it a shot. I'd love to grow up and be an experimental physicist, focusing on a lot of the same things that you study. So particle physics. I also enjoy a lot of the interesting things about high energy physics that interest me deeply. I'd love to be in a lab all day just probing particles until we have type omega minus capability. Oh, that was disgusting. The ability to manipulate the most elementary particles. Also, growing up to be Mr. Spock would be neat. I don't know about that last part, but I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Get it? Because that's his... Okay. I want to be a mathematician who studies dynamical systems and PDEs. Hell yeah. Sounds amazing. I don't know if I could... If I didn't go the physics route, I might have gone the mathematician route, but I don't know. Mathematicians, that's such a commitment to just be committed to that much rigor. I don't know if I could do it. I like to approximate some things. Hi Andrew, I happened to catch your videos by chance recently. I wanted to say that I'm currently studying for physics. I'm probably about your age, but I have 2.5 years to go, so I'm about that far behind you. I'm planning to go into theoretical research in the field eventually. I don't plan on specializing in particle or nuclear physics. I'm more of a relativity kind of guy, I suspect, but I can't help shake this feeling that we'll meet in real life one day, hopefully. Best of luck to you. Glad you're making the videos. Look forward to watching your PhD program videos in a few years as you start getting ready for yours. Well, good luck with yours. I think relativity is amazing. I didn't learn enough about where I could go with that, professionally, because general relativity seems pretty well established, unless you try to do the whole quantum gravity thing, but that's just not for me. But good luck with all of that. I'm still a small child, but hopefully a theoretical physicist, either in astrophysics or particle physics. I really did want to go the astrophysics route initially. I'm not really sure what made me steer away from that, but it did happen. And I think it was just the internships that I ended up getting. I was like, this is actually pretty cool too. As much as I've loved math and physics throughout my high school, now that I'm trying to study a bit for university physics, I feel like I'm too dumb to actually study physics. I'm starting university in January, so do you think it's something a lot of people feel like when they just start physics, or is it just me? Love your vids, keep up the good work. I've kind of gotten this question a lot where people, it's unfortunate, but I'm glad people ask it. Or it's unfortunate that people feel this way, where they think that they might not be smart enough to do physics. I graduated high school. I didn't even graduate high school with honors. I think I had like a 2.8 or 2.9. I got into physics. I graduated physics. My physics GPA was a 3.7 with a 3.5 cumulative. It's not a matter of being smart. It's like, fine, if something doesn't click with you right away, you just have to go at it for a little bit longer than other people. So I don't really care if someone can figure out something faster than me, or I don't really judge people by that. It's more so, will you keep going at it until you do get it? I like those kinds of people. So yeah, I think you can do it. I don't think intelligence. Of course, you have to be a little intelligent, but how natural you are at picking this stuff up will only get you so far. Like, that might give you a little bit more of a heads up if you just have like some crazy intuition, but then there's still the rigorous side of things that you have to prepare for no matter who you are. So hard work pays over natural talent any days. I'm pretty confused about differentials of polar coordinates, spherical polar, and cylindrical coordinates. Could you please derive them once for me? So are you talking about like a gradient or divergence or curl or Laplacians in spherical coordinates? That might be something I do one day. I was starting on that before, but deriving, because I wanted to derive the Laplacian in spherical coordinates, it's just kind of a lot of work. So I kind of forgot about that. I pushed it to the back of my brain, but I might go back to that. At this point, I'd like to do work on gravity, but my PhD would probably take like 11 years. We'll see what I end up doing, but it's probably going to be theoretical. Also, academia would be lit AF. Hell yeah, it would. I think being able to teach, I definitely want to be a teacher one day, but I want to do research first. Or at least in conjunction too. A PhD taking 11 years though? I know the average or the median PhD time for what I want to do at New Mexico is about 6.5 years. I don't understand something taking 5 more years than that. Unless you're counting PhD plus you're still an undergrad or something like that. That's probably what you're talking about. I've always been fascinated by numbers. I'm a math enthusiast and on your math team. Oh, that's pretty cool. I might be going into pure math and work on number theory. If not, it would probably just be mathematical physics. Man, I wonder if I'm missing out by not. One of my only regrets in doing physics is that I only got a minor in math. I think I really would have enjoyed double majoring, but what can you do? Maybe one day I'll bump that up. I'll evolve. I'll hit level 36 math. Pulling a Simon Clark. Yes. Sorry, that was our cat. I don't think you could even hear that, but whatever. Same as you, man. Exactly the same as you. That's so good to hear. Before I discovered my love for physics and math, I was ashamed to ask what, for example, my phone was made out of or how bicycles were able to drive. But now I know that physics can explain almost everything. Great video. Yeah, that's so cool. I can see the look on some people's faces when I say like physics is the thing that tries to explain everything. Everything comes down to physics. And one of my friends was like, everyone thinks that their major has all the answers. And I was like, well, yeah, but this kind of does though, sort of. Lattice QCD uses discretized space and time to approximately solve the differential equations of QCD. Perturbative QCD finds analytic almost solutions. How close am I? See that he's talking about how I didn't try to explain lattice versus perturbative QCD. I mean, that sounded pretty good to me, but I don't want to trigger someone who's actually in the field. I want to be a politic boy so I can get all the dollars. Actually, something related to math and physics and or computers. I don't know yet. Yeah, that's a good point too. I don't see myself going theoretical physics and not also doing computational stuff. I just love coding too much, and I don't think there's really a career in theoretical physics without also knowing your way around some kind of programming language, either like C++ if you have to do really fast computing, or Python for like data analysis, or Root for data analysis as well. Fortran if you're 93. I'm 2 years away from starting college. so I'm not exactly sure, but I love physics and I want to be a researcher, but not sure what field. If you're 2 years away from starting college, that's not a problem. Maybe be an aeronautical engineer. I think there was someone else in the comments that wanted to do that. I just love the idea. I just love the idea that I could find something new that no one has ever known before. Couldn't have said it better myself. In fact, I think I said that verbatim. Day 2 of my first physics class and still no dark matter or quantum. What the is this? It's day 3. Day 3 is when you get into the dark matter and quantum stuff. Everybody knows this. You seriously so awesome. I never related on such a cool topic as physics as I have with you. I love that so many people in physics are so alike. Keep doing what you're doing. Honestly, a lot of people that I met in SPS, Society of Physics students in undergrad, like shared the same kind of perspective. So if you're watching this and you're an undergrad, try to find out if your school has an SPS. That was probably one of the best decisions I made, was joining that, because I met so many cool people and I got to talk about what I like to them and they didn't just humor me. I want to be a math boy. Cool. I want to be a lecturer / professor for mathematics and physics, but this will take a long, long, long way to go. Yeah, it will. I was talking to one of my research mentors for my internship, and so it's like 6.5 years for a PhD, and then you have to do your postdocs, and your postdocs can range from anywhere from like 1 to 3, 4 years, and I think my professor did 3 or 4 of them before he got like a full-time faculty position. So it takes a while. I want to be not homeless. That's a good one. No one said that one yet. Since I watch chemistry videos, I wanted to be a chemist, but thanks to reality I decided to become an electrical engineer. It's interesting that a lot of engineering students watch my videos too. I've been asking myself the same question. It's uni application season. That's so terrifying and exciting at the same time. I want to be a computational astrophysicist. That sounds awesome. That sounds really, really cool. I would like to have a PhD title with something to do with physics and neuroscience. Physics and neuroscience. Huh. I picture brain circuit stuff. But maybe that's just me being, I don't know. That's just me being me. I'm basically going to do the same thing as a career, except with math itself and not physics, although I do want to do a double major in physics and math. Yeah, I wish I did that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's more so just so I could have another feather in my cap and be like, I also have a math degree. Because a lot of the classes that would have satisfied a double major in math, I really didn't need. Like, a lot of the classes I would have had to have taken would be like statistics courses, which is fine, and then more rigorous real analysis courses, which I think was part of the reason I didn't go that route, was because I had such a bad experience in my real analysis course, but now I kind of regret doing that. I'm basically 2 years behind you, also looking at theory, but replace nuke in part with soft matter. I also want to keep going with academia. Cool. I don't know what that is, truthfully. I don't know what to be anymore. At first I wanted to be a physicist, then I wanted to be an electrical engineer, now I want to get my undergrad in biochemical engineering, and then become a medical researcher. I'll figure it out eventually. just get a dartboard with all of these different career paths and just throw one. I want to be a control engineer. I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure I want to be a quantum physicist because it sounds cool. That's actually not. So if you're talking to someone who is communicating with like the general public, they might introduce themselves as like a quantum physicist if they do like nuclear particle physics or something like that. But you would never hear two physicists talking to each other and one introduce themselves as a quantum physicist. That's not really a career path. Quantum mechanics is a tool to be used in different fields of physics. Most likely a lab manager in a research and development department, most likely working with something to do with materials. I'm a chem major and a physics minor currently, and I love chemistry. Part of me wants to just like go back to undergrad and get a degree in all of the sciences and math. That's one of my lifelong goals. That way I can just be a mad scientist one day. I want to be a theoretical physicist too. Should I take philosophy to help me understand life more? Or should I minor/double major in math? What you should do instead of minor and double major in math is you should major in philosophy and get a double major in philosophy on an online university, or go through like Bob Jones University or one of those religious ones. That'll get you straight. Or astrology. I want to be engineering physicists. I want to be an engineering physicist. That'd be pretty cool. When you said Simon Clark, I was so happy to watch him too. Yeah, Simon Clark was really the person that got me into, or who planted the seed in my head of like, maybe I could make some videos like that. I used to watch his videos, and still do watch his videos. He just doesn't upload as frequently as he used to, every single day. Or I watched them every single day because I was like, he already had so many made. I loved watching his videos. I don't know him personally though. I want to be a physicist also, as you can tell by my icon. However, I both like scribbling equations on chalkboards and conducting experiments. I also watch a lot of Rick and Morty. Well, actually, if you watch Rick and Morty, you don't actually need to get a physics degree. That counts, because that show is awesome and filled with science. Little sip for the working man. I relate to this quite a bit. Awesome video, good. How would you go about finding a job as a theoretical physicist? Would you make some connections and hope it leads somewhere, or would you submit resumes to various jobs? That's a good question. So, well, you get your PhD. You don't become a researcher without a PhD. It just doesn't work that way. So you get your PhD, and then you start applying for postdoc positions. Some people get postdocs at the same spot that they get their PhD. Some have to move around a lot, and it's temporary positions where you work on some problems. And then afterwards from there, you can apply for some full-time faculty positions. You have to apply for your own grants and stuff like that. But postdocs is where you can learn how to do that kind of stuff, like file for, or how to actually apply for grants and become self-sustaining. Maybe learn how to take on a student for yourself. But it's around that time after the postdoc where you have to apply for to national labs or things like that. When I grow up, I want to be like Wiz Khalifa, have a lot of cool stuff. Okay, I'll stop. I want to be some kind of computer programmer. I love computer science. Nuclear particle experimental physicist. Maybe you'll be at JLab one day. Well, what do I want to be? Too many damn things. Things I love with a burning passion. Maths, physics, music, books, and art. Help. My plan is to study theoretical physics and see what happens. See, I can identify with that quite a bit because I've been playing, I love music, I love art. I've been playing guitar, piano, and singing for over 10 years now. And that was one of those things I wasn't willing to give up as like an outlet for me, because some days you just get stressed and music is just it's very therapeutic. So I never wanted to pursue it professionally because I never wanted it to, because if it's your job, then what do you use to blow off steam? And then I realized like you can go to the gym and stuff like that. But yeah, when you love it, it's a good problem to have too many things that you love and have to decide which way to go. So I'd definitely rather have that than just be utterly clueless and have no passions and just be on the search for being like, what the hell do I like doing? Yeah, good luck with that. It takes time, but you know, it sounds like you already know that you might be going the theoretical physics route, so good luck. I did a joint maths and physics degree, and now I work in a tax office. Pays well. There you go. I definitely want to be a theoretical physicist. A lot of future theorists in this comment section. I'm digging it. But I have yet to find out which direction I want to go. Found out pretty late that I want to go into physics, so I have to take a couple courses before starting uni next year. Okay, so you're new to it. That's pretty good. Just make sure, the thing with that is like, whenever, I wish someone told me this, when you start with physics, if you think you want to do theory, try to derive as many equations as you can, and not just by following the math logic, by saying if this, then this, but really trying to picture what's going on physically. So like, if there's an equation that you're given, which you will just be given equations at first, these are Newton's laws, these are the kinematic equations, this is how you use them. Try your hardest to make sense out of them. Try to make sure that you understand how to go from first principles to equations. Don't derive all of them once, at least. Go on, man. Okay. Theoretical physicist. Also, it'd be super cool if we did a reading. Yeah, so this is the comment that I said gave me the idea to make this video in the first place, so thank you for that. I think he is a 5-year-old. Any comments here? You must be the smartest 5-year-old in the world that the world has ever seen. Not based off of how terribly I just read that comment. I want to be a YouTube video. Dream come true? Wow, I'm all alone here. No, you're not. There were 93 other comments here with you. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for posting so much in here. I actually think that I will include all of these. All of these were pretty good questions, and none of them were really redundant. So all of them are going to be part of this 30-something minute video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section if you did, and I'll see you guys there.